everyone, it's Dutch. For those of you who don't know me, I am Dutchess. This is my channel, Dutchess Divinity, and we do lots of stuff here. But today we're going to do pick a card. But first of all, I just want you to know that if you like my shirt, it's got the lovers on it. Beautiful, the lovers card on the front. And then on the back, we have my name, and we also have Big Deck Energy. This is my first batch of merch. I'm trying to stand up straight so I don't look hunchy. I'm like learning how. Okay, now we're getting off track. If you like this is my first batch of merch ever. It was hand pressed by a local friend here out in Connecticut. Each one of them was made with love and care. It was designed by myself, as well as my friend Sam helped me think of the logo on the back, the Big Deck Energy. This is very special to me. I've been wanting to put out merch since I had a channel. I have 4 larges left. Everything else is sold out, but I do have 4 large shirts like this left. So if you'd like to have a piece of my very first batch of merch, if you'd like to support me, if you just like the shirt and want a shirt, and you're a size large, you can, I will put a link in the description, and I will also put a link in the timestamps. Also, this month's, October's spell working is going to be a protection spell. Archangel Michael did come to me and offered to do a mass protection ritual with us. So, I will put that in the description as well as the comment section. And if you'd like to sign up for that, I will do a video explaining it better. And then I also am going to be dropping some Organite next week, during the time this week. So my Organite batches usually sell within 24 to 48 hours. So if you've been wanting a piece of Organite from me, they're really cool. They're for 0-point frequency neutrality to keep you in, higher frequencies while navigating these difficult times. These ones that I made are really cool too. They have 0-point frequency and unconditional love frequency within them. So it's like not only holding that neutrality, but holding that unconditional love, that like Christ consciousness. And it also blocks from harmful EMF rays. Like the stuff that comes off of the phones that like gives people cancer and shit. Organite has been proven to help with that, and it also really helps with like depression and anxiety. It can help with sleep as well if you put it under your pillow. It stems from ancient Kemet, like the ancient Egyptians. It's been around for a long time. We're just doing it in a modern form now with these Organite pendants. So that will be dropping this week as well, and I will put a link to my shop in the description. I will also put a link to my Instagram if you want to get a closer look at the Organite that I have made in the past, and I will also post on the community section a picture of all of the Organite. Cool, so now that that's all done, we have more work to do. Today we're doing a pick a card for Twin Flame Soulmate Union. And I do just want to clarify, because I say like twin flame soulmate, I don't necessarily think that twin flames and soulmates are the same thing. I think they're very different. I think twin flame soulmates and karmics are all separate entities. I just say twin flame soulmate because some people get really triggered by the word twin flame, and also some people don't believe in it, or some people don't want to be with their twin. They want to unite with their soulmate rather than be with their twin. So I just say that because it encompasses everything, and we're kind of reading for a lot of people here. So today we're going to figure out what needs to heal within you in order for you to come into union with your twin. So often on this journey, we're so focused on what our twin isn't doing right, or how they're hurting us, or this or that, when in reality, this is an internal journey that we've been trusted with to aid in shifting the consciousness of this planet and making this world a better place. And I feel like I've gotten really selfish on my twin journey in wanting what I want when I want it. And the universe has been giving me lesson upon lesson upon lesson on what needs to heal in order for me to be in union with my twin. And I feel like I have really like forgotten that it's not about me or my twin, it's about the planet. So Today we're going to find out what still needs to heal in you in order for us to come into union with our twins. August was a big month. September has been another big month for twins, and October it's going to get even crazier. So, and like I said, this could be twin or soulmate. You could even apply this to like a friend. Like if there's a friend that you're struggling with, if there's a family member that you're struggling with, what needs to heal in you in order for you to have a cohesive and loving, respectful relationship with whoever it is you're trying to come into union with. So, enough talking, Duchess. 5 minutes later. 10 minutes later. I don't know, whatever. Okay, so the first group, you will have the spirit quartz. Group 1, you will be the spirit quartz. Group 2, you will be this clear quartz. It is clear quartz. This big chunk of the light. This big chunk of clear quartz. It's like so radiant. The light is like, you can't even see it that well. Let's see if I can get it there. Group 2. And group 3, you're going to be this really cool chunk of calcite. The light. All right, group 3. Now hold them up all together. Group 1, group 2, and group 3. Gotta get a thumbnail, you know. All right, I love you guys. I'll see you in your groups. Hi, group 1. This is for those of you who chose the spirit quartz. We're gonna go ahead and get started with a prayer and setting intention as we always do, and then we'll get right into your reading. Benevolent guides, guardians, ancestors, angels, star family, higher self, Yeshua, and God's source, I ask please that all the information that comes through me is kind, clear, palatable, and easy to understand. I ask please that I simply be a messenger for the divine, nothing more, nothing less. Use me as a portal. Let no truth be told for a lie, and no lie be told for a truth. And please let all of this be done in love and light in God's source's energy. And I ask please that this reading be for the highest and greatest good of all those who watch it, the highest and greatest good of humanity, and the highest and greatest good of this universe. Amen. Rashe Namaste. By the power of 3, so mote it be, always works, always a blessing. All right, so let's go ahead and see. Whoa, the lighting just got super weird. Let's go, square face. Let's go ahead and see what needs to heal in you in order for you to come into union with your twin. So Spirit, can you please tell me what needs to heal in group 1 in order for them to come into union with their twin or soulmate or whoever it is they're asking about? Also, my friend Hannah gave me this deck. It's the Light Seers deck. Thank you, Hannah. It was very sweet of you, and I love it very much. Okay, so what needs to heal in you in order for you to come into union with your twin? Honestly, okay, so the first card here is the 8 of Pentacles, and I feel like you need to heal your relationship around money and around work. You could be struggling in the workplace right now. You could be between careers. You could have just left a job. You could be trying to start your own business, but whatever it is that, you're doing that is pertaining to work, it is in some way holding you back from connecting with your twin or your soulmate, because this situation needs to be healed and worked through before you can actually put energy into a relationship. You need to get your finances stable, you need to get your career stable, you need to know where you're going and when you're going, you know what I mean? You need to do all of this financial work on yourself and make choices around work and make changes around work before you can come into union with your soulmate, because it's important that you have the stability of a stable work relationship before you can have the stability of a stable romantic relationship. And I do see these like 4 lines crossed in an X on her chair, and it is kind of like the 4 of Wands to me, and it's almost like it's literally on her seat, and basically this relationship has to take a back seat until you get everything sorted out with money. Right here with the 6 of Pentacles, you're really in lack mindset right now. You're really feeling, I just heard feeling the heat, feeling the pressure, okay? You're really feeling the pressure right now of this financial restraints and constrictions that you're experiencing. Perhaps, I know a lot of people are dealing with mandatory V's right now and making lifestyle and career changes due to the mandates that are going on. So I almost feel like here you're in the hot seat and you're having to make a choice. I just heard between your soul and what you want and what you think you can have financially. This could be for those, I feel like that's for entrepreneurs as well. So I feel like you could be getting pushed out of a certain work environment or financial situation because you're having to listen to your soul. Like, and I do feel like it's like you feel like you can't be abundant on your own. You feel like you have to be a part of a system in order for you to make money, in order for you to make good, real money, when in reality, Spirit's telling you that like that system is exactly what's holding you back, and you could do way more on your own. So if you've been wanting to like branch out and be an entrepreneur and create something for yourself, please do so, because that's actually where you're going to make a lot more money. And you're really stuck in this lack mindset of feeling like miracles aren't possible, and Spirit wants you to know that miracles are not only very possible, but you're going to experience several of them over the next several weeks. They just said you're going to experience 3 miracles between the start of Libra season and the end of Libra season. Here with the Queen of Cups, you really need to get in touch with your emotions. There's some shit under the surface that you are not paying attention to. There's some shit that it's clogging you up, okay? You need to cry. There are all these emotions in your body, and you do not have a healthy outlet to release them. I just heard, okay, you might like masturbate and take care of them that way, and that's not enough anymore. You have to actually feel them. Journaling, meditating, you have to feel it, and you really do need to cry. You really, really need to cry and just let things out. And you also need to accept your emotions without judgment, because I feel as though you have been really judging yourself for the way that you feel, or confused about the way you feel. And one thing that I'm working on with my shaman right now is taking the mind out of understanding our emotions. Our mind has no place in our heart. It doesn't belong there. All it'll ever do is hurt our feelings. Like right brain and left brain, right? Like they're not the same, and they're not supposed to be the same. And the mind will try to rationalize the emotions and tell them that they're wrong, or change them, or do whatever, when in reality emotions can't be wrong. They just are. They don't want to be judged. They don't want to be analyzed. They just want to be. And that's what you need to do. You need to just be. You need to just feel, and you need to open up. And I do feel like there's someone in your life who's really hurting by your lack of openness, and you're kind of feeling their pain right now too, and you need to really let all of that out and let it go in order for you to move forward. And then we also have the 2 of Wands. So I feel like you're really on the outside looking in or on the inside looking out right now. Look at her. She like wants to travel. She wants to go, and like your happiness might be somewhere else. In order for you to come into union with your twin, they might actually be long distance. You know what I'm saying? And your happiness might live somewhere else. Your heart might be somewhere else. I feel like you don't really like where you're at in the world right now. I feel like you don't really like your location. And because of that, it's like really putting a damper on everything. It's like, that's why the job's not working out. That's why, you're feeling all like clogged up emotionally. That's why you're in this fear and lack mentality. It's because, you're not where you're supposed to be on the planet, proximity-wise, physically, and this is something that needs to shift before you can come into a happy union with your twin. You need to find happiness within your space. I just heard you need a safe home. I don't feel like you have a safe home or a safe environment right now. So it's important that you create a safe home and a safe environment for yourself. And then we also have the Empress here with Gaia and the Moon. moon. So you can really utilize this Pisces moon energy and earth on Mother Gaia. Put your energy, put your body, put your physicality onto the earth and really ground into this energy. You're really needing some grounding. I just heard some of you are up in the sky and some of you are too grounded. So some of you are grounded in the wrong ways, like overeating, over resting, things like that. And then some of you are like not eating at all and not resting at all. And it's like you have to find that happy medium. You have to find that happy medium. And for some, she has like a weird like circle on her elbow, and it reminds me of an elbow tattoo. So some of you, your twin or your soulmate might have an elbow tattoo. And then also there's a part of you that is not respecting your inner child, and there's also a part of you that is not respecting your divine feminine energy. There's a part of you that has a deep disdain or mental perversion around divine feminine energy. It's like too much TV, too much, watered down divine feminine. You have a very skewed version of, I just heard weak. Like there's this perception around the divine feminine energy being weak, crying, being weak. This is not healthy. And it's not, and I like when I heard too much TV, I just saw like the over sexualized version of the divine feminine. And it's like you really need to tap into that nurturing, loving divine feminine. And also there's some things you need to heal with your mother before you can come into like a real healthy union with your twin. There's some things that need to be healed between you and your mother, and that mothering energy. And then also, you need to be a little bit more fair. Like, you need to be fair not only to yourself, but to the people around you. To be honest, I'm not trying to sound rude, but I feel like you haven't been considering people's feelings. I think you've just kind of been plowing through life, like, fuck feelings, I'm doing my thing. Whoever I step on along the way, sorry, you're a casualty. Like, that needs to stop. And I think you've been getting some karma for that, and Spirit's just saying you will continue to get karma. Also, there is this polarized version of yourself. There is no in between. There's either you're up here or you're down here, and there's no middle ground. And Spirit really wants you to find the middle ground right now. Also, there's some serious shadow work lying beneath the surface that needs to come forth in order for you to be in a happy union and connection with your twin. And this is number 11. The Justice card is number 11, and the Empress card is number 3. If that means something to you. Also, I do think Libra season, you're not going to be able to run from yourself or your feelings anymore. Basically, Spirit's like, do it now so I don't make it deeply uncomfortable for you to work through it when you're forced to work through it. Spirit, how can they utilize the energies of Libra season, the fall equinox, and the Pisces full moon? Okay, so you can utilize this energy by really standing in your power and recognizing your purpose, okay? And also, it's time to get spiritual because I feel like you've been neglecting your spirituality. You can also connect with your ancestors and connect with your mother. Open up your heart and connect with your mom. And also meditation and past life, like going into past lives and connecting with past versions of self as well as future versions of self would be really beneficial for you right now. And just be a little nicer, not to sound rude, sorry group 1, but she looks really angry and bitchy, and not to say that she is, but you gotta be kinder. You just have to be. You have to be more open. You have to be more kind. You have to be more forgiving. You have to be more unconditionally loving in order for you to come into union with your twin, because someone's got to do it, right? And if you're both treating each other bad, then you'll never come into union. Not bad, but if it's a battle of wills and no unconditional love is being exhibited, it'll never work out, right? Also, you can utilize this time to work on your root chakra and your sacral, because you can see there's a lot of red and orange. And then here, Spirit is saying too that it would be really good for you to, oh, interesting. They said clean your doorway, like clean your threshold, And also, you could go for a walk at the crossroads, because I see she has a key in her hand. And I do think that crossroads and thresholds are portals. Your mirrors are portals as well. So just kind of clearing and cleaning all the portals in your house, and just taking time to like move through these different thresholds and different portals and really appreciate them and utilize them. And also, giving to animals right now would be really good, because Hecate has always helped me with my animals. Like when my dog was missing, I called upon her and she brought him home. And so like really just, pouring yourself unconditionally into innocence. So pouring yourself unconditionally into children, pouring yourself unconditionally into animals. That is a way that you can really, pouring yourself unconditionally into your own inner child, into your own self-care, would be a way that you can utilize this energy. And then what is the advice for ritual that you have for group 1, please? Libra again. Okay, so Libra, whoa! Shut up! Oh my God. We got the Empress and Justice. Holy shit. The Empress and Justice again. Okay, so Spirit is saying you need to use this time right now to heal those mother wounds. Again, this is your warning. I don't want to say warning. I'm not trying to scare you. I would like to prevent a tower moment for you if I can, okay? But at the end, I just saw 444. Strong foundations. Towers only fall when there is not a strong foundation. I saw 1444, okay? So Spirit's saying, and look at, you've got the lovebirds down there. In order for you to come into union for your twin, and in order for you to avoid a tower moment, do the grounding I suggested. Do the moon, lay under the moon bathe. Make some moon water, okay? Put some moon water out on your front step. If you're in a cold climate, don't put it in glass. It will break when it expands. Put some moon water outside, drink it the next day, bathe in it. Excuse me, but yo, heal this shit with your mom. Heal this shit with your divine feminine. Take your mom out to eat. Have a sit-down conversation with her. Go for a hike with her. Text her and tell her you love her if you're not even in the same state. Give your mother some love, because that's your homework, is to give your mom some love and your inner child some love. And then here with the Justice card again, it's about doing that shadow work, right? In Libra season, everything's going to change. In Libra season, things are going to get real, you know? Things are about to get very unavoidable. Anything that's been below the surface will come to the surface. So what you can do is, they just said they want you to eat a lot of really healthy foods too. So a lot of fruits and vegetables is going to help you process this. It's going to make you feel lighter. It's going to make you feel happier. And you're going to have more of a tolerance to be able to deal with whatever mother issues are going on here, okay? So thank you so much, Group 1. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope that helped you, and I will see you again another time, hopefully for another reading. Like if you enjoyed it, comment if you have something to say, subscribe if you feel like it, and I will see you soon. I love you guys. Bye-bye. Hello, Group 2. This is for those of you who chose the clear quartz. This is your reading. We're going to find out first from these cards what needs to heal within you in order for you to come into union with your person, whatever person you're asking about. This is the Light Seers deck. My friend Hannah just gave it to me, so thank you, Hannah. Thank you so much. I love it. And then we're going to use these cards to figure out how you can utilize the energy of the full moon in Pisces, Libra season, and the fall equinox that's happening tomorrow. Full moon in Pisces happened last night. And then with this deck, I'm going to give you some spell work or a ritual to help you with that healing and to utilize the power. Okay? So Spirit, can you please tell us what needs to heal in Group 2 in order for them to come into union with the person they're asking about, their twin flame, their soulmate, or whoever else? Oh wait, no, I have 6. Never mind. Okay, so group 2, we have some overlapping cards from group 1. Okay, so group 2, what you need to heal in yourself. There is a lot going on beneath the surface right now. It is so important that you be gentle with yourself. I just heard there's so much inner child pain and sorrow. I could just cry right now. It's like there's a lot, your inner child is suffering right now. It's moving through some really difficult, emotional, tumultuous energy, and it's doing so in order to move you forward in life, but it doesn't feel very good while it's happening, and you could be getting triggered by things around you that normally wouldn't even trigger you, but they're just like getting to you now. And it's because you really, really need an emotional release. I would highly suggest laying on the earth, under the stars, under the sun, under the moon, whatever feels right to you, and just allowing yourself to melt into the planet and just cry. If you need to cry, just cry. My therapist would always tell me that tears are like rain. Like, we don't want to hold in the rain because then the earth dies, it dries up, right? The rain is cleansing, it's healing, it gives life. That's how you need to deal with your tears. You also could be having postnasal drip. Postnasal drip, metaphysically speaking, is internal crying. So if you've been having postnasal drip or sinus issues, this is because you are internally crying and you're not allowing yourself to cry and process the emotions. I just heard, Dutch, I've been crying so much, I'm tired of it. You're talking to a Cancer sun with a Pisces moon and a Pisces rising. I am the ultimate boss crybaby, okay? And I don't say that in a rude way. I say that in an accepting and loving way. There's still more tears that need to come out, and it's important that you allow them out. There's so much going on with you right now. You're also really having a lot of DNA upgrades, and you're shifting, and your feelings are changing, and the way you process your emotions and feelings are really changing here. And Spirit wants you to know that this is all part of the plan and that you can trust, and it's really important that you surrender right now. Like, in order for you to come into union, you really just have to surrender to the process. And the process is not easy. It's beautiful in its own way, and it's painful in its own way too. And you really just have to move through that energy, like open heart, full surrender. Like, the hands are an extension of the heart. We have heart chakras in our palms as well as eyes in our palms. So it's like we have that intuitive third eye energy with also all of the energy of the heart. And we, with Reiki, I'm a Reiki practitioner. I can heal you with my hands. I can heal you with my heart. I can heal you with my third eye through my hands. Okay? I just heard, and it's an extreme alchemic process right now. And I just heard in my head, nobody said it was going to be easy, fun, or feel rewarding in the time that you're trying to turn lead into gold, right? It's like the phoenix rising from the ashes. Like, one time I was getting a healing, and the practitioner doing the healing on me, my therapist again, funny enough, she said that, like, one of her guides came in and showed me, like, bursting into flames and turning into a phoenix, and she was like, wow, like, what's the message? And the message was like, it doesn't feel fucking good to set on fire, burn alive, turn to ash, and then rebirth yourself from the ashes. It fucking hurts. That's why a lot of people don't do it. And so I feel like that's the message here. Like, it's painful, but at the same time, because it's the Queen of Cups and there's so much water, it's beautiful. And it's up to you to shift your perceptions around how you are viewing this in-between time before you're in union. Okay, also singing bowl would be really helpful for you right now, and getting in water is going to be deeply healing and very helpful for you. We have the Eight of Pentacles as well. So what needs to shift in order for you to come into union? There are certain, I just heard you're not spending enough time on work. You're not putting enough time and energy into work. And work energy is directly related to love energy. And I just heard your twin is struggling in career right now as well. I don't think you're struggling. I just don't think you're, I heard there's no spark. So Spirit's saying in order for you to come back into union with your person, there has to be more of a spark around career, and there has to be, I just heard there's a big shift coming. There's a big change coming in. Whatever it is that you do, whatever is your job, whatever you offer the world through work, there is a huge shift coming in what you offer. And I just heard prepare. I just heard prepare for the worst, expect the best. Okay? So interesting. But I just heard also prepare to blow up. Like if you've been creating a small business, expect for it to expand. And I just heard your wires have been getting crossed. Things are not as they seem. What the fuck does that mean? Your wires have been crossed. Things are not as they seem. Can you just... They're better than they look. Okay. Because I was like, huh? That's very elusive. They're better than they look. Okay? Things are better than they look. Cool. All right, something else that needs to heal is the way you communicate. You really need to open up that throat chakra, and there needs to be a passion behind the words that you're speaking. There's some sort of inauthenticity in the way you communicate with your person, and in order for you to come into union, you have to throw away everything that you ever have pretended to be, and you have to just come fully and completely and authentically as yourself. And until you can communicate fully and completely, openly, honestly, and authentically as yourself, this union will never fully come together. You have to just be you, right? And there has to be a fire. Don't be afraid to like fucking... If your person's being shitty, don't be rude, but don't be like, if they're full of shit, don't be afraid to be like, you're full of shit. Like with a smile on your face, like not being a bitch, but like, you're full of shit. I see right through you. I just heard I See Right Through You by Alanis Morissette. Not Alanis. Alanis. There's wires being crossed, right? Things are not as they seem. That was the wrong communication. That's not how you say her name. It's a small shift, right? It's not Alanis to Alanis, but Alanis is her name. It's not Alanis. So be you. And honestly, the more you're yourself, the more this person is like deeply attracted to you. So like whatever mask you've been putting on, they like it, but they love who you actually are. You know what I mean? And I just heard, Dutch, I feel like I'm walking on eggshells. Because see, she's walking on a tight wire. That's in your head. You don't have to be walking on eggshells with this person. Don't be rude, like I said, but at the same time, if they want to leave, let them go. If they like want to like them, that you don't need to be. You're a people pleaser. I think this stems from many years of having your needs ignored, whether it was by family, friends, or relationships. And I hear sirens coming. That's Archangel Michael coming in to back me up on that. You're a people pleaser, and it's not about pleasing the people around you anymore. It's about pleasing yourself and doing what's best for you. Take it away, Archangel Michael. I'm literally watching the ambulance go by. I'm just gonna send them Reiki and pray that everyone's gonna be okay. Okay. But yeah, like, you don't have to walk this tightrope. Also, your family or other people in your life, there could be a lot of like naysayers around you right now. I feel like you're learning new things, you're creating new ideas, and you're expanding your mind, you're expanding your work, you're expanding your soul, you're expanding your aura, you're getting big, right? And I even said that about work, like you're getting big, you're getting bigger, okay? Your energy is getting bigger. I'm literally seeing your aura like encompassing your home. Your energy is getting bigger. That's going to make people uncomfortable. And there are always going to be people who try to dim your shine. And it's not about that anymore, right? Here with the 4 light bulbs, it's not like, it doesn't matter if people are trying to dim your shine. You're not going to let them, you know? And just keep learning. Like, you need to learn a new craft. There's a new craft that Spirit is wanting you to get into. And I'm noticing her necklace. It could be jewelry making. Also here with the light bulbs, I'm thinking of glass. It could be like glass blowing or creating glass. It's making something with your hands, doing some sort of art. And while you're doing this, you can enjoy your person in the astral realms, because you can see the birds flying around her head. But that's where they stay. They stay in the astral while you're doing this inner work, and that's okay, because if they were in the physical, they'd be slowing you down. And then we have the Hierophant here, and Spirit's saying in order for you to come into connection with your twin, you really need to master your mind. So you can see he has all these like symbols around his mind, and to me, the Hierophant is all about it's all about creating your own reality, being the master manipulator and manifester of your own reality. And you can see the stairways. Stairways are portals as I understand them as well, and the stairway to heaven. You can see that beautiful sacred geometry there, and Spirit's like, you need to be in that 0 point unconditional love, like basically that like nirvana state, that like Buddha state of mind for you to, I should say Siddhartha, that Siddhartha state of mind, that Christ consciousness state of mind, in order for you two to come together, because I'm sorry, but you have to be the bigger person in this union. I know it's not a happy thing to hear, but you do, like, you signed up for this. So you have to be the bigger person, and I just heard you have far more control over this area. So your person just blocks their thoughts out, like they're avoidant. You don't. You process your thoughts. They're ruling your reality right now. And as soon as you process your thoughts and you use your thoughts to rule your reality in the way you want to see it shift and change and be, that's when you come into union. You have to completely master your mind. This is no joke. This is an ascension. This is a shift in your paradigm. This is literally rewriting the future. This is creating the life you want to live, and you have to have a strong mind for that, especially during all of this spiritual attack. And Spirit's also saying you need to master hermit mode, because actually this is amazing. This is really good. I'm really happy for you, and this just looks beautiful, because it's like, you see this, there are more stairs here, and she's like above the stairs, right? She's above the illusions. She's already climbed. Like, she don't need to climb those stairs, because she's just fucking gonna levitate and float over them. Like, all the work is done, because she has learned how to value herself. She has learned how to master this reality. She has learned how to break, basically you're learning right now how to break the matrix, and they just said Rome wasn't built in a day. You can't break and shift and manipulate this matrix system in one day. It's taking time, and the more you worry about time and let that get in your head, the more you take away from your ability to create and manifest, the more you fall back down the stairs rather than levitating above it. Until you realize that you're above the physical, until you realize that rules don't necessarily apply to you, like what's the rule? The rule is go to school, get a degree, be a cog in the wheel, get married, have kids. And like, I'm not saying no shit to people who, like, if that's what you want to do, I'm happy for you. I just want you to live your life. But not everybody wants to do that. And it's like, Spirit's like, until you realize that like rules, like societal rules don't apply to you, you will be in separation with your twin, because yeah, and also it's about, like, you have a lot of shadow work and inner work to do with your inner child right now, and it's about seeing the light, not only just, like, there's this small lantern, okay, so there is this small lantern here, and I feel like that's, like, the light of your twin, and I also feel like it's the light of, like, an ancestor guiding you through this time, but Spirit's saying there's nothing like the light from within. The light from within outshines the light from your twin, okay? Keep that in your head. That's your mantra. The light from, and I just saw 1515, change in the physical realm. So, because 5 is the number of change and travel, 1 plus 5 is 6, which is physical to me. And then 6 and 6 is 12, which breaks down to a 3, which is ascension. So, the light from within is stronger and more fulfilling than the light from your twin, okay? And Spirit, how can Group 2 utilize these energies right now of the full moon in Pisces, Libra season, and the fall equinox? How can Group 2 utilize these energies? Okay, So you can utilize these energies by just pouring so much love, attention, and affection into yourself. Here with Pomona, I just think she's so beautiful, and she's like what I pictured a goddess would look like as a child, and she reminds me of Meg from Hercules. And I just feel like Spirit's saying like it's so important that you treat your inner child like the king or the queen or the prince or the princess or anything in between that they want to be treated as, that they never got to be, you know, that they were never respected enough to be treated in that way. Spirit is really, really, really wanting you to go within and just give your inner child, like, treat them like royalty right now. That's how you can utilize this energy by being so kind, so giving, so loving to your inner child, and just treating them like the goddess that they are, like the god or the goddess that they are. I just heard you have plenty of time, you have plenty of resources, you have plenty of love, okay? That abundance mindset. And you can also utilize this time through connecting to your ancestors. I just got covered in chills with that when I said that. Spirit can only interfere in the physical realm with permission. So if you do not give your spirits permission to aid you, they cannot help you. So you can sit down and say, benevolent, and only benevolent, because some ancestors are not good. Benevolent ancestors, I give you permission to work with me during this very magical time for my highest and greatest good. Okay, it's as simple as that. And now they can help you. Also rattles, like rattle healing would be really healthy for you right now, very good for you. Sound healing, but specifically rattles. And Native American healing is very helpful for you right now. And also really connecting with white light frequency, really putting that white light into yourself, expanding it out, giving it to yourself, to your inner child, to other versions of self, okay? And then I'm going to give you some rituals to do. So rituals, please, for group 2. That was fast. Whoa. Okay, so we got my twin flame card for this, for this deck. And then I got the 7 of Swords. So we got the 2 of Wands and the 7 of Swords. So, okay, so a ritual for you to do under this full moon is to completely, I know it just sounds shitty, but to completely block out and cut cords from whatever you've created in the 3D with your twin or person currently. So like, let's say you had a big fight and you guys are kind of like not really talking right now, or maybe you didn't even have a big fight. Maybe you're just like communication shit, right? Like here with the 8 of Wands. You can cut the cords from that, and then not only cut the cords, but tie them so that they don't reattach in an unhealthy way, and turn your back on the way your twin is acting right now, because I do feel like in this group your twin is not acting right, because why the fuck else would we have the 7 of Swords? Addictions are affecting your love life. So for you, I feel like it's codependency and people pleasing, and for them it could be narcissism, right? Or like it could be anything, you know, workaholic, avoid working to constantly avoid their feelings, overeating to avoid there's something there. It doesn't always have to be drugs and alcohol. We can be addicted to literally anything if it's out of balance. So it's to completely turn your back on the lessons that your twin is learning right now. You can't carry them through this spiritual time. They need to carry themselves. They need to feel your energy gone. They need to feel what it's like to not have you at their beck and call just to treat you like shit, just to run away again, okay? And focus on something outside of yourself. And like for me, I noticed she's looking at a horse, and like I'm trying to plan a trip to go visit my friend out in California who just got a horse. And so it's like I'm trying to focus my energy on like the good things to come. So like really be focusing your energy on good things to come and where you're going, not where your twin is stuck right now, not where you're stuck right now. Where are you going in the future? And also Spirit's saying it would be really powerful for you to use this time to meditate and really imagine what it will be like when you come back into union or come into union for the first time, okay? So really, like, if you want them to take you out on a date, if you want them to, you know, come to your house, if you want them to take you out for a hike, what does that look like for you? Really feel it, move through it. Do that when you're melting into the earth. After you melt into the earth and you just give yourself all that white light and take care of your inner child, fucking imagine it Like, imagine it in depth. What does it feel like? What does it smell like? How does it look? You know what I mean? Like, that's your ritual. So your ritual is to completely turn your back on whatever is going on in the 3D right now and focus on a better future. And part of that future, better future that you're focusing on is exactly what you want to see from this relationship, okay? So, and also they just said, cook yourself a nice meal. You haven't been eating enough. Or if you have been eating enough, you've been eating like shit. Okay, so not me, it's your spirits. But okay, so that's all I have for you, group 2. I'm gonna say like if you enjoyed it, comment if you have something to say, subscribe if you feel like it, and hopefully I'll see you another time on here. I truly hope this helped you in some way. I love you very much. Thank you for all your support, and I'll see you soon. Bye, guys. Hello, group 3. This is for those of you who chose this beautiful alien looking calcite chunk. It just, to me, it looks like it came from another planet. I love it so much. It's so pretty. I love how calcite feels too. It's so like soft. But we're going to go ahead and get into it with this deck. This is my new Light Seers deck. Thank you, Hannah. My beautiful friend Hannah sent it to me. Thank you, I love it so much. So with my new Light Seers deck, we're gonna go ahead and see what needs to heal in you before you can come into union. Then we're gonna get 2 of these cards to see how you can utilize the power of the Pisces full moon that was yesterday, the fall equinox and Libra season starting tomorrow. And then I'm going to give you a ritual or a spell from this deck that you can use to utilize the power that we figure out with this, okay? So let me just get a drink. Okay, all right. If you're wondering what's in my cup, it's chlorophyll, colloquial silver, a kidney detox, a kidney and bladder detox, as well as a lymphatic detox, so, and moon water. I made moon water last night. All right. Spirit, what needs to heal in group 3 before they can come into union with their twin or their soulmate or whatever person they're asking about here? What needs to come? What needs to heal? Whoa. All right, you have a couple more cards than everyone else. Okay, so what you need to do, group 3? Okay, so group 3, you have a lot of anger inside of your body. You can get very, very heated about things. You can get very passionate about things, very passionately angry about things. No judgment. I get like that too. But Spirit's saying you must control your heated thoughts. So whenever you get too in your head and you get too mad about things, it creates this like portal to creating blockages around you reconnecting with your twin, because you're using almost like negative self-talk or that like it's like negative fiery energy. They said you need to shift your anger into like something else, and they showed me someone at the gym. So it would be really good for you to like shift this fiery energy that you're feeling. You could even have just like a lot of sexual energy too that's like pent up. You don't know what the fuck to do with it. You need to put it into something creative, or you need to put it into your body. So like working out, they said it has to be physical. So dancing, working out, yoga, swimming, whatever it is, you need your body to move in order for you to calm this like fiery situation that's going on in your mind. Also, you are going to be having a new gift open up. Your third eye is going to get stronger, or there's going to be some sort of new, I just heard it's a new gift. You're going to have some sort of new gift come into fruition on the fall equinox. Some of you are going to start seeing spirits. Some of you are going to start like actually seeing shadow figures or like physically seeing manifestations of spirits. And this is going to be a new gift that you're going to need to learn how to navigate before you can come into union, because it will separate you from your twin in some way if you do not get this gift under control before you come into union. Now, also, it's really important that you let go of the past. I feel like you're really afraid to open up and show love to your person because of the way they hurt you in the past, or because of what they've done to you in the past, or what you've done to them in the past. You could feel shame, or you could feel remorse around the way that you have treated them, or you could just feel a lot of anger around the way that they have treated you. And it's just very, very, very important that you let that go and that you step into unconditional love, because you can see there is a rune on her earring for unconditional love and happy home. So runes could be a way that you connect. It could be a way that you really use for divinity, or runes could be a symbol or a sign for you. I do see she's like blocked in by a fence though, and it's like you're not processing the past, you're just mad about it. You're not processing it. You're literally just blocking it out and being like, wow, that's ugly and I don't like it. Because look at that city looks kind of ugly back there. It looks kind of run down. And for you, you're just like, that was fucked up and I don't even want to think about it. I just heard shame. So there is some shame around some things that you did. And it's time for you to work through them and process them and really let them go. Spirits just said, Yeshua specifically, Jesus just said, open up. Like, crack yourself open and I'll take it all. Like, spirit will take it from you. You're holding it so tightly and it's not doing you any favors. It's actually really inhibiting your growth in union. And also, I see that she does have her head covered. So it could be important that you cover your head more when you're out in public so that your crown isn't being affected by energies around you. Wearing hats, wearing scarves, whatever it is. Yes, this girl has a fucking hood on as well. So your crown is kind of really opening up, right? I just saw it glitching a little bit. It's like kind of sparking and glitching because it's cracking open a lot more than it has been in the past. And because of that, it's important that you cover it and protect it during this time. Now, Spirit's also telling me there is some healing around masculine energy that you need to do right now. I just heard you need to be softer, you need to be more submissive, you need to give a little bit more, you need to give a little to get a little, right? And here with the Ace of Pentacles, I think that you are completely ready for some sort of union or commitment. It's not that you have any commitment issues, but it's almost like you don't believe in yourself. It's like you don't believe you're enough to be committed to this person. Like, you don't feel like you're somewhere deep within, like, because you can see she's got roots around her. It's like rooted deep within you. Part of you doesn't feel good enough for this person. Part of you doesn't feel like enough for this person. And because of that, you just end up continuing to like self-sabotage and kind of just really block yourself off and really create walls around the union between you and this person. I also do see there is some worries about money right now here with the Ace of Pentacles. And once you remember that like you're a bad bitch that like creates your reality and money comes easily and flows easily to you, money and love are directly related. So once you actually can recognize that, I'm so sorry if you hear people talking. I live next to a farm and they are walking very close. There are people walking very close to my house right now. So, okay, I'm going to take that as a message too, that there are too many outside voices around this connection. You're asking there are too many people around, right? There are too many, so it could either be that you guys are like in the same friend group and it's like, it would really shake up the friend group for you guys to come into union, or it could be that like your mom fucking hates them or something like that. There are too many voices outside of your own that are affecting this relationship, and that's how I'm going to process these people walking up almost at my house. But yeah, it's like money and love are directly related, and the more abundance you have in money, the more abundance you actually have in love, because it's like this unconditional abundance mindset of completely surrendering and letting go. And like for me, I have a really easy time doing that with money, but I struggle doing that in relationships. And some people it's vice versa, you know what I'm saying? And then we also do have the Tower here, and I feel like nuts. There are these nuts. I just heard you have me by the balls. So like you have the person like by their nuts, like you have them, but it's up to you to recognize that you have them. And also Spirit is saying too, like, prepare for winter. Okay, so I see 4 butterflies here, and the monarchs are a symbol and sign of twin flame journey, union, and connection. And 4 might be a significant number to you. 4 is also the number of foundations. But I do see it's like this little squirrel is coming out of their home and it's getting struck by lightning, and he's like, my nuts, like, oh my God. So I feel like you could have like, there's some serious self-doubt going on here. There's some serious self-doubt going on within. So you might not even realize it on the surface level, but somewhere deep in your soul, there's some serious shadow work. Okay, I just heard dad, and I heard a very masculine voice being like, you'll never amount to shit. I also heard this energy being like really disrespecting women, like being like, oh, like women can't do what men do or whatever, like shit like that. So like there's a voice in your head of someone, of a male figure that was around during your developmental years that really beat it into you that you'd never amount to anything. And especially for the women watching this, they beat it into your head that like women are second-class citizens essentially. And so there's a really deep soul wound. I'm feeling it like from like throat to like root. It like throat to root, right? Okay, so like throat to root, and then the rest is like the higher dimensional energies. It's like, okay, lightning could be a synchronicity for you too. And it's like this lightning, it's almost like there's going to be some sort of tower moment where you have a memory or a dream. I don't think somebody's going to hurt you. Or maybe somebody might do it in the physical. Like maybe you apply for a job and they're like, sorry, we're not accepting women for this position. You know, something like that. There's going to be, and I just saw 1101. There's going to be some sort of trigger in the physical realm that ignites this and awakens it in you. But it's actually really good because it illuminates that part of you that you didn't even realize was there. And then once you realize it's there, you can let it up to let it go, because it's not, I strongly feel it's not yours. It's directly connected to a masculine energy that humiliated you. And if you're not a woman, this masculine energy was an authority to you, and they humiliated you and degraded you for being yourself, for being something about yourself that you can't control. This could be for like people who are gay or trans or whatever too. Like there was, I just got chills when I said that. There was something about you that you couldn't control that this person constantly humiliated you about, and you don't even realize it, but they're still humiliating you deep down somewhere inside. And also, you've really lost your passion for life here. You've really lost your passion for life. And Spirit's offering you some sort of blessing. There's some sort of blessing that's coming right around the corner here with this rainbow cup that's going to really reignite your passion for life. And so for you, there are these physical steps that need to, it's not about, like, it is about inner work, of course, but there are actual physical events that need to come into fruition before you can come into union. So it's like there has to be that tower moment over here, and then there has to be this miracle or this blessing that comes after the tower moment. Also, in order for you to come into union with your twin, you have to stop trying to pull your dreams into the physical realm before they're ready to manifest. And you have to let them go. So see, she's holding onto that star. It's like a balloon. You have to let it go. Let it go. It's almost like I said, you don't feel good enough to actually physically manifest what it is that you want in this physical realm. So you're holding on to it. I'm getting chills as I'm saying this. You're holding on to it because you're like, Spirit, I'm not good enough yet. Let me just hold on to it before I actually allow it to manifest. And Spirit's like, bitch, let go. Please let go so we can get working on this. So you actually need to physically, emotionally, and spiritually just let go and surrender. And we did get the Queen of Cups and the Eight of Pentacles came out for every pile. And we did have the Queen of Cups here, and look at, she's in a full surrender. Also, I hate to tell you this because for some reason I feel like group 3 is going to be pissed about me saying this, but you have to cry. You have to get in touch with your watery energy. You have to get in touch with that divine feminine. You have to release, let go, surrender, and cry. Also submerge yourself in water, okay? Spiritual baths, going in rivers, going in the ocean, going in lakes, fucking showers, whatever it is, you need to submerge yourself in water at this point or get water on your skin. I just heard reptile, so sometimes like you could have reptilian DNA or you could be deeply connected to reptiles or have reptile spirit guides, and if they dry out, they die. Like literally if their skin, like you have to like spray like snakes and like the dragons and everything, like the lizards and shit, because if they get too dry, like they'll just fucking dehydrate and die. You're dehydrated of self-love. You're dehydrated of feminine energy. You're dehydrated of nurturing energy. You need to pour that into yourself, and water will really help you do that right now. I just heard soup is good for you, smoothies, lots of water, anything liquid is going to be really good for your body right now to get you flowing into that loving energy, okay? And then also it's time, you need to start creating a side business before you can come into union with your person. So, oh, Corny, did you see her head pop up over there? Corin agrees. So you need to get excited about work, and because you were having some difficulties with work, it's time for you to create a side hustle, okay? So make this side hustle completely entrepreneurial and make it your dream. Live your fucking dreams. Live your dreams. Let go and allow spirit to bring your dreams into the physical realm. It's time for you to create that side hustle. It's time for you to start doing that thing that you said you were going to start doing. It's time for you to get certified in that certification you said you were gonna. You know what I'm saying? It's time. It's time. And then that's how you come into union with your person. Okay, so this one got left behind. And what is the power that you can utilize right now? Okay, so I do see, whoa. What is the power you can utilize right now? Oh yeah, power. Okay, so you are a storm spirit. I do see that here with the lightning, and with Oya, she is a weather spirit. She is a storm spirit. So you can utilize this energy to create okay, so spirit wants you to do rituals for the earth. So we did get white buffalo woman, and this is connected to Native American healing and ancestry. So connecting with your ancestors, connecting with the indigenous spirits of this plane, connecting with Mother Gaia. Whoa, I just got covered in chills when I threw my hair like that. Connecting with Mother Gaia. Okay, so spirit wants you to go out and literally stand on the earth with your feet barefoot and your arms open like this and your eyes shut, and they want you to just feel. What do you feel? Really tap into the grid of Mother Gaia. You have a gift. You can tap into this planet's energy, not the collective energy of the humans, like the energy of the planet. Tap into Mother Gaia's energy and ask her what she needs. Now, I have a feeling what she needs is going to be some sort of rain. So depending on where you are in the world, there are lots of droughts going on. And then in other parts of the world, there are floods. Okay, so you are a storm spirit. Use, they're called something with W's. Fuck, they're these little, they're considered demonic, but they're not. You know, a demon in one culture is a saint in another culture. They start with W's. I forget what they're called, but they're these little demonic entities, not negative. They're benevolent. They're benevolent, not malevolent, okay? So, like, connect to the little spirits of the land, the little demonic spirits of the land, and make a storm. If it's dry where you are, fucking blow your mind and create a storm under this full moon, fall equinox, like shit, like fucking Libra season, okay? And really, but ask her what she needs. If she needs it to stop raining, go outside and say stop raining, or do it in your house if you don't want to go out in the rain. You know what I'm saying? Connect into Mother Gaia's grid and then change the weather. And then after you change the weather, you're going to feel unstoppable. And also here with the sirens, with the temptation energy, you need to utilize this time to not feed into your temptations. If you drink too much, don't drink that drink. If you eat too much, don't go out and get a donut. You know what I'm saying? You need to use this time to avoid temptation, okay? And then here also with these like demonic energies in the background, I feel like you could be a daemon, okay? You could be a shadow energy. That doesn't mean you're bad. That doesn't mean you're service to self. It doesn't mean you're evil. It means you're shadow. without shadow, light could never exist, right? Like they are two sides of the same coin, okay? So I do see that you have this like dark goddess, demonic energy, and Spirit saying utilize it for good. Take that demonic energy that you have, right? Take that fucked up voice in your head that you have and fucking transmute it with a storm and stand in your power and say, I'm not gonna let the world be taken over by evil. If you're, like I said, if you're in a drought, I'm not gonna let this evil drought or this like fucking negative drought energy take me over. I'm gonna use my shadow energy for good and I'm gonna make it fucking rain, okay? So like, it's like taking that demonic energy, especially too because like Reptile came out in this group. Like it's like taking that energy and just shifting it and making it good, making it for the light, making it for love, you know? All right, and what rituals should they do? I mean, I already gave you a ritual, but okay. You also, fuck, I'm gonna have to make this 18 plus now. No, I'm not gonna, because I didn't do 18, so I'm not gonna do that because then I'll get demonetized and everything and it's not 18 plus, but okay, I'm sorry, I'm just having a conversation with myself. Okay, so we got the Knight of Wands and we got the Empress, and to me this is telling me that you need to masturbate. You need to masturbate and use the magical energies of this time sexually and pour them into your like masturbation. So after you do that ritual for Mother Gaia, after you change the weather, do you fucking change the weather? I'm a weather witch too. I change the weather whenever I want. It's awesome. Take care of yourself. Take care of yourself sexually. And just masturbate, okay? And, yeah. Do a kind thing for your yoni. If you have a yoni, if you have a vagina, you can do a yoni steam. That would be really helpful for you during this time to just relieve any negative energies that might be sticking in your yoni. But sounded funny. Okay, but like, I'm gonna say, well, like if you enjoyed, subscribe if you feel like it, comment if you have something to say, and I'm gonna say thank you. Thank you to my guides, guardians, ancestors, angels, star family, higher self, Yeshua, and God source for allowing me to be the channel through which these messages flow. We thank you for the truth and we thank you for the advice. Amin Ra Shane Namaste. By the power of three, so mote it be. Always works, always a blessing. I love you guys so much. Thank you for joining me. I hope you come see me again sometime, and I'll see you again soon. Enjoy this very magical time of year. I love you so much. All right, bye-bye. And I will see you another time. Okay, bye. Love you.